So we're going to do your pick a card reading here for how to heal my inner child. We have the first pile with Citrine, second pile with Amethyst, third pile with Agate, Moss Agate, and then the fourth pile with Moonstone. So I'm going to have these time stamped, and we're going to start now with the first pile. Okay, pile number 1. So we have your Citrine here, and then for your inner child card, we have the Weeping Tree. Release, rejuvenation, restoration. Now is the time to let go of that of which does not serve you anymore. Free up the pent-up energy within you. Breathe deeply and let your body relax fully, merging with the space and time. Let it all die so that you may blossom once more. All right, so that's your inner child card there. And then we have 2 Osho cards, 2 good tarots, a medicine card, and an archangel gemstone card. So what I'm feeling right away is that this citrine is kind of like a very creative energy and a high energy stone. So what I feel here with the weeping tree, it's basically, you know, after this release and rejuvenation, you're going to feel absolutely restored and revitalized. You're going to feel a lot of creative passions and like your spirit is free again type thing. Okay. So for your Osho Zen Tarot cards, we have 10 of Cups or 10 of Water Harmony. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles Patience. And this is telling me, well, this is the 7 of Rainbows in the Osho Zen Tarot, but this is telling me that even though it's slow going, you've already began your process working towards your emotional fulfillment and feeling full within yourself. You're not exactly sure what you've been, you know, with this card, she's pregnant. She's not sure of the outcome of her pregnancy. Obviously, she knows that there's going to be a baby, but is it going to be a healthy baby? You know, stuff like that. So it's kind of like getting to know the pace at which you grow and being comfortable with uncertainty, because here she's very at ease and she has a lot of abundance around her and she doesn't have that lack mindset. She has a very abundance mindset and she's at ease even in her unsurety that she's working towards this fulfillment, this 10 of Cups. That's like wish fulfillment, feeling absolutely content within yourself, and a lot of happiness and fulfillment, emotional peace, and obviously harmony. And then for your Hanged Man, for your good tarot cards, we have the Hanged Man and the 4 of Air. So here it's kind of telling me that coming up here, you've felt a little bit like at the whim of other people, or I don't know how, it's like tying yourself to things that didn't feel satisfying. Like, I don't know how to describe this right now. Like tying yourself up and contorting yourself into, you know, even like being a certain type of person for some of you. You might have become, like, branded yourself as society might have wanted you to become. And so you're contorting yourself and tying yourself up in this way with these 2 cards combined. I'm trying to read this intuitively here. It's kind of like a very disappointed feeling, like I don't feel full in this mask that I'm wearing, or I don't feel full in this situation in which I'm kind of bending over backwards for something that's not fulfilling, and it's giving me some kind of like brain haze type thing, like you're feeling like a brain fog. It's not comfortable. It's not something that any of us really want to enter into, but it's something that it feels like you have to do with this Hanged Man. For some reason, for this pile, it's like it's you're breaking free from things it feels like that you feel like you have to do, if that makes sense. So you're healing and you're resting and you're recuperating and you're reevaluating what it is exactly you want for your life instead of what others want for you, it feels like. And then 42 is the bat medicine. I'm going to pull the book because I don't want to miss any messages for you here. But that's 42. So if you're into numerology, I would check that out. It is right side up. So this means rebirth. That's exactly what all of these cards are saying. It's like you're going through this cycle, like after you release this old, maybe old self-limiting beliefs or old thought patterns, you're releasing it and you're becoming more rejuvenated and restored and going through this rebirth here. So for bat medicine, it says that it symbolizes the need for a ritualistic death of some way in your life that no longer, in a thing in your life that no longer suits you and your new growth pattern. This can mean a time of letting go of old habits. Sorry, I'm looking somewhere else for a second. Old habits and assuming the position in life that prepares you for rebirth, or in some cases, an initiation. In every case, bat signals rebirth of some part of yourself and a death of an old pattern. If you resist your destiny, it could be a long, drawn-out, painful death. In the universe, it's always asking you to grow and become your future. To do so, you must die the shaman's death. So to heal your inner child, it's like learn from the lessons that you've been delivered here throughout your life and harvest those lessons. And be patient with what the divine is trying to show you. Be patient with this rebirth that you're going through here. I am calm and I am at peace within myself. Archangel Zophiel. Sorry. I embrace the oneness of all life, and my peaceful attitude promotes goodwill towards all. I am generous with my time, attention, and resources. I spread love, joy, and see beauty within me and all around me. So your gem is blue chalcedony. Are you looking for inspiration? Now is the time to quiet your mind and tap into the higher frequencies of the angelic realm. By doing this, you'll release anger, frustration, because you'll have tapped into the inner knowing and found peace. Inner peace translates into the inner beauty and reflects outward to all. So through this rebirth that you're going through, you're going to find a lot of inspiration and you're going to feel a lot more patient, a lot more at harmony with others, able to work with others and maybe even collaborate on creative endeavors. I'm seeing a lot of rest here, a lot of rest, and then like a skyrocket up into your new rebirth and your new being and new way of interacting with others. So to heal your inner child, it's to embrace this rebirth that you're going through and honor the cycles that you honestly have conquered throughout your life. Be proud of yourself and honor the fact that you're breaking free from things that contort you and make you bend over backwards for not fulfillment, not harmony. I'm going to do 2 clarifying cards here because none of these cards can come in reverse, and I want to make sure I catch everything, and these do. So 2 clarifying guide cards for pile 1, please. The Empress in reverse and the Star card. So you're healing, You're healing, I feel like someone or something in the past had shown you maybe this false truth that you weren't capable, you weren't abundant, you weren't able to rely on yourself and stuff like that. And you're seeing through that. You're clearing your water and you're seeing through that lie. you're seeing that, no, I am abundant, I am capable. You might have had a lot of insecurities and discomforts in the recent past because of these projections that were put onto you, maybe even from your childhood. In your childhood, you were told, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. But you're seeing through that now, and you're healing that, and you might be doing a lot of dream work for some of you, but I feel a very deep spiritual rejuvenating rebirth here that's going on, and it's a very impressive read. So I hope that helped pile one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this reading. Hello, pile number 2. So we have your Amethyst here. And we are going to start with the inner child card. So we have the sacred ritual. Dedication, wonder, reward. Rituals can be of great worth to us. They help move our consciousness forward in the present moment, grounding us in who we are and who we can become. Try committing to 7 days of a new ritual, no matter how big or small. So you could like wake up and just like every time you wake up before your feet hit the ground, you're going to say like 3 things that you are thankful for. Or before you drink your first water in the morning, you say, thank you for this water that gives me life type thing. Even like something small or however big, just do 7 days of it, and it will really help you ground your attention to yourself and what's best for you, and things will seem a lot more clear, your decision making, your creative processes, everything like that, your focus. So your 2 Osho cards here, we have the 10 of Rainbows, which is like the 10 of Pentacles. We are the earth. And then we have the 5 of Clouds, comparison, which is like the 5 of Swords. So for your inner child, I have a feeling of basically a need to reconnect to yourself, reconnecting to your true self, and no longer compare, because with the 5 of Clouds in the Osho Zen Tarot, it's basically talking about how can you compare a bamboo with a bark tree. They're both beautiful in their own right, and when you compare them, they lose their glory, they lose their beauty and their power. So if maybe in your past or in your childhood, you were taught to be competitive and compare yourself with others, or maybe if you're a female, you're comparing yourself with people that were in magazines in your childhood, and now it's moved on into social media. But it's basically telling you to rededicate to yourself, have more wonder with yourself, and reap the rewards of being grounded in yourself. And that's how you will reach this kind of feeling abundant and truly whole. This is a very whole card. The 10 of Pentacles, especially with the 10 of Rainbows in the Osho Zen Tarot, it's saying, you know, and none of these people are clinging, they're all dancing. None of them are fearful or clinging or, you know, in this case, jealous of one another or comparing each other. They're all very, very beautiful in their own right, and they're all absolutely, totally grounded. Almost every single one of them have 1 foot up. So it's basically saying, like, take things lighter. Don't take things as seriously. Maybe if you're down on yourself about a few things, don't take it so seriously. And then for your 2 good tarot cards, we have the Moon and the Fool. So the Fool is a very young, youthful card as well. And this is a card of new beginnings, stepping out of your comfort zone and embarking on new endeavors that you never before really expected or in your past had wanted to go out and pursue and never had before. With the Moon, this is telling you that there is a shadow side to you that it needs attention. And maybe that is this inner child that wants to do something, wants to embark on something new. Maybe there is an old dream that you had as a child that you had never pursued because maybe you were limited by either society or family or whatever. and had some kind of false conditioning laid over top of what this Fool wants to embark on. But this Moon is like kind of, you see how she's like telling this Fool, she's kind of guiding this Fool towards what she's actually been wanting since childhood. So I feel like there's something in your childhood that's been aching at you this whole time, and it's like you've been trying to become a bamboo tree when you're actually like an oak tree, and you're, you know, going to become so mighty. It's just, you know, it's going to be personal for everyone that watches this. It's going to depend. This is the general reading, so. Oh, okay, so for your medicine card, we have the Arabian Oryx, which is, when I first got this deck, it was my personal deck, and this is one of my personal shields. And the Arabian Oryx is a card telling you to go for it, basically. Take the leap. This is like basically kind of like an antelope medicine. Take the leap, go for it. You've prepared, you've had this cooking deep inside of you for so long. So it's time to rededicate to yourself to a ritual that taps you into grounding into your true being so that you can take that leap. And both of these are leaping cards, taking a leap of faith, moving into a new direction. So once you're like grounded into yourself and realize that this comparison never even fit you anyways, it's not even relevant, and you're gonna feel this pull towards what you truly, truly have always wanted, even if you had forgotten. Archangel Sandalphon. I don't know why the names are so hard, but I am aligned with the 4 elements and the 4 directions. I am a conduit for healing Mother Earth. Protective energies always keep me safe. I receive spiritual insight to easily resolve problems, and I know I'm connected with all life. Ooh, I haven't seen this. Okay, Andalusite. Are you in search of deeper spiritual connection? Go outdoors and commune with nature. Listen to the messages of that are being communicated to you by the trees, plants, animals, and spend time in the garden or the woods. Put your attention on your alignment with Mother Earth. Once you become aligned with Mother Earth and you're grounding in your true self, it's all going to become clear. It's not even going to be a hassle. It's going to be so clear, and you're gonna it's gonna be great. This is a good reading, especially with the Amethyst here. The Amethyst is definitely a card of awareness. It's also good for, you know, also obviously intuition, mental focus, but this helps you gain the power to see through emotional exhaustion, or this can also help you tap into your creativity or passion, all of that, you know. And then also your imagination can also help guide you towards that thing that you had forgotten in your childhood. So both of these crystals, the Andalusite and the Amethyst, I would suggest maybe meditating on, if you don't have, you know, even imagining the crystal can help. So I'm going to pull 2 clarifying guide cards for you before I end this reading. Pile number 2. Number 2 for healing their inner child, please. The Chariot. You're moving away from things that were emotionally tumultuous. I feel like you're farther ahead than you had initially thought. You're moving away from things that had been keeping you stuck and trapped, and I feel like you're moving forward in balance with both of these sphinxes here, black and white. It's a very balanced card. You're moving away from not self-perceived, but comforts that had been, you know, I'm sorry. You see the castles in the back? These are comforts that he had thought gave him comfort, you know, a place that had given him comfort. So you're moving away from things that you thought were comfortable, but actually were not throughout your whole life. So I feel like you're freeing yourself from things that you had to constantly feel like you had to escape. So you're moving away from an escape and more into like a grounded being and knowing, and going after exactly what has been aching at you this whole time. So maybe go into meditation, I would suggest, for most of you. A lot of these cards are definitely like tapping into the grounding. So I would definitely do that. Thank you so much for watching pile number 2. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this reading. And thank you so much. Hey, pile number 3. So we have your little agate here, and we're going to get started with your inner child card. So we have the Promise Keeper. Trust, honor, safety. When we break a promise to ourselves, we lose trust in who we are. And we lose trust in ourselves. And losing trust in ourselves is to lose our identity. Today, make a promise to yourself to keep it, even the smallest promise can make the biggest difference. So, you know, this is a card of no longer compromising yourself and keeping your promises. I feel like with this moss agate, this is definitely deeply healing. Especially with this, it's healing your need to give yourself away because of, you know, compassion or empathy and stuff like that. So for your Osho Zen Tarot cards, we have 7 of Fire and the Maturity card, which is the Queen of Rainbows, which is like the Queen of Pentacles type of energy. Again, I feel that you have a deep need to nurture people, to be a motherly figure for people, to be the you might have had to raise your siblings. For some of you, this is going to be different for everyone, but you had to mature very quickly and compromise yourself, and it was quite stressful, I feel like, for a lot of your life. You might have had to compete for attention, compete for nurturing, and it was very stressful. And it always it just seemed too chaotic. And it feels like maybe you felt like you had to perform to get attention because you were thought to be this person that can handle their own. Okay, so for here we've got the Page of Air and the Messenger of Earth. And here I feel like you have a great call to be nurturing. You have a great call to nurture a home, build a home, take care of family matters. It's going to be different for all of you. But in this, it kind of makes you feel, I feel, left out a little bit and questioning, wondering, feeling like, hey, why am I not getting information, or why am I not getting attention or communication? So I feel like to heal your inner child, it's going to take time, and clearing your mind, gaining new ideas, because this theory isn't proven yet. This theory that you have that I don't get nurturing, I don't get love, I don't get attention, it's not proven. It's just a theory, even though, yeah, it is proven maybe in your past childhood, but in your present, it may have just been manifesting because it's in your mind. So here it's kind of like, be curious with life again. Sell your knowing for bewilderment and gain your grounding in a healthy way. Maybe step outside of responsibilities and go outside in nature. Try to think of a new focus here. And with the Messenger of Earth, it's kind of telling me that it's telling you that you need to, since it's maybe go into working on yourself, proceeding with integrity. You are mature, you can see clear, but maybe you're not seeing in the correct direction. Maybe it's time to rededicate to yourself and become industrious in your healing and This also has to do with stamina and being prudent and careful. I mean, you have to have stamina with all the responsibilities that you've put on yourself because of in your past, you know, it was put on you, I feel like, maybe even to raise yourself. But here it's telling you, you no longer have to be weighted down by old ideas and old experiences. It's time to put your work into yourself, into new ideas and new ways of being. A lot of focus on working on yourself and getting that clarity. And then for rabbit medicine, it's number 30. So if you're into numerology, I would check that out. But I want to make sure to get all of the information, so I'm going to look in the book. So number 30, and it is in reverse, so it's contrary medicine here. The paralyzed feeling which rabbit experiences when being stalked is rabbit in the contrary position. If you have tried to resolve a situation in your life and you're unable to, you may be feeling frozen in motion. This can indicate a time to wait for the forces of the universe to start moving again. It could also indicate the need to stop and take rest. It also always indicate a time when you need to reevaluate the process and you are undergoing and rid yourself of any negative feelings, barriers, or duress. Simply put, you cannot have your influence felt until you rearrange your way of seeing and present set of circumstances. This is always a way out of a situation because the universal force does move on. It is the way in which you handle problems that allows you to succeed. Take a hint from rabbit. Burrow into a safe place to nurture yourself and release your fears until it's time again to move into the pasture, clear of prowlers who want a piece of your juicy energy. So you are nurturing. A lot of prowlers want your energy, but it's time to, I feel like, retreat a little bit. Not retreat into yourself, go socialize and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's becoming too much, taking on so many people, so many energies, nurturing so many. It's just, it feels very chaotic. It's hard for me to focus. So honor yourself. No longer compromise yourself because it's bringing you stress and it's taking you away from your true glory and your inner healing. So I feel like to heal your inner child, this need to nurture other people, because I feel like you might have just been brought up that way. I feel like to heal that inner child, it's ground yourself, nurture yourself, go out into nature. I'm not saying necessarily seclude yourself from the whole, but it might help to take some time to get to know yourself, unplug from your phone a little bit, and so that you can see the new ideas and new purpose for yourself, a new life purpose, a new feeling, you know. My consciousness is awake. I am aware. I feel the limitless nature of all life. I believe in the unlimited potentials and possibilities. I'm creative and prosperous. I fully embrace extraordinary wealth. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. Moldavite. Are you able to think beyond the ordinary? Is your heart open to love and inner peace? Awaken your consciousness and decide you want to see things from a greater perspective. Increased self-knowledge naturally allows for healing your heart, your relationships with others, and the relationships you have with yourself. You have unlimited potential, which is obviously seen here with the Queen of Rainbows, the Maturity card, and you give trust and honor and safety to others. You do, but now it's time to give it to yourself. Yes, work well with others, collaborate, work on new ideas, and get your wheels turning and everything like that. But I feel like it's time to open your heart to your inner peace and gain self-knowledge, so that, you know, burrow, because a lot of people are trying to juice you or milk you, you know. I'm going to pull 2 guide cards for you, pile number 3. 2 more guide cards to clarify this reading for pile number 3, please. How to heal their inner child. Yeah, it's again retreating into kind of like a solitude type energy where you gain some inner knowledge and gain the learn from the lessons, gain the enlightenment from turning away and learn. Gaining guidance from yourself and reflecting and I don't know, it's definitely like a retreating and regrounding and honoring yourself type of energy. This is breaking your own rules, breaking the need. You are so devoted to giving to other people. You are so devoted to nurturing other people and being there and being responsible and having this stable situation. But now it's time to break your own rules to save yourself, to heal your inner child, to gain the inner knowledge, the self-knowledge, to move forward in such a way that it enriches not only yourself, but everyone around you. What is this? The Emperor in reverse. Yeah. This is someone who represses their energy represses their energy, their needs, their desires under the guise of a very stable foundation. Someone that is trying to be very stable and hard, a rock for their family or their loved ones, and in all honesty they have a lot of healing to do. So all right, pile number 3, I hope that helped. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 4. So you had the Moonstone, and we're gonna go ahead and go into your inner child card here, and we have the Voyager. Initiation, new beginnings, the unknown, today is the day. There is something that you have been hesitant to do until now. And now is the time. Do not worry if you are ready or if you're not. It will turn out perfectly. It is not the destination, but the journey that the things of life are made of. Very pretty card. So I feel like you might be a little bit fearful of making a decision towards a new beginning or a new way of being because you're clinging to outcomes or afraid of outcomes. Maybe because you as a child were told that, unfortunately, when they told us, if at first you don't succeed, try again, they didn't actually treat us that way, because if we failed at something, it was like, oh well, maybe you'll be better at something else. And when we did do something good that we were proud of, they kind of shut us down and were like, well, that's not, they didn't give us the type of validation as children that we might have needed to go after that thing. So anyways, that's just what I get from these two. With your Osho Zen Tarot cards, we have four of Rainbows, the Miser, and the 3 of Rainbows, Guidance. So this is kind of like a hoarding card here. She's hoarding all of her resources, all of her abundance, and in turn, isolating herself. So with the 3 of Rainbows, it's kind of like looking for guidance outside of yourself, knowing that there is a lot to learn outside of yourself and the guidance inside of yourself. You have a lot of guidance inside and outside of yourself. But these 2 cards are basically telling me that perhaps you need to open up a little bit more to what others have to say, if they want to, because of the reactions that maybe our parents or our teachers gave us in things that made us happy or whatever, what I was talking about earlier with this card, it kind of, maybe for you, pile 4, gave you a sense that you needed to shut down and hide your glory. Shut down and hide your goods, your skills, your talents, things that you were born with, things that you were made to deliver to this world, and shut down, especially if under critique. Now, with saying that, I will say don't take critique from people that you wouldn't or don't take critique from people that you wouldn't take advice from. So there's a difference, know the difference between, don't shut down if there is guidance from people who are obviously people that you wouldn't listen to anyways. Don't forget to don't hide your glory. It's time for a new beginning into the unknown. It's okay to be not sure. It's okay to feel insecure, but those are just feelings. Those aren't truths. Okay, we have Two of Fire and the Ace of Air. This is basically telling you, free yourself by learning more. Free yourself by expanding your mind, gaining all of the facts, and that will give you the confidence you need to move into this new direction. This new direction, even though it might feel a bit slow moving and maybe even stagnant, you might feel a little bit stagnant. I think it's the fear that's keeping it bogged down. Your inner child's fear of showing their goodness, their goods. It's going to be different for all of you. It could be art, it could be some kind of intuitive ability, it could be anything. It could be anything. I mean, anything that you thought was just amazing as a kid and people just kind of shut it down. It's kind of giving you this feeling of you can't trust others' opinions, and so you're just going to hide it all. But inside, your inner child is like, no, I want to show it all. And that's what this is telling you. It's, don't worry if you're ready or not. It will turn out perfectly. It's not the destination, but the journey. You just have to get all of the information that you want that will make you feel comfortable and confident enough and move forward in it. Go for it. With the 18 in reverse, 18 links card in reverse. This is a rough card for me to read sometimes. It's a secrets card, but it's this is kind of like know-it-all syndrome card. I'm sweating because I'm so nervous to read this. This card basically tells you that, I'm just going to say it how I feel it. They use the term, use your Mona Lisa smile. Don't have like know-it-all syndrome. With these two cards, it's basically telling me when people give you critique or when people are trying to give you advice or something, just have your Mona Lisa smile. If you're uncomfortable with this, if you're uncomfortable with the advice or whatever they're giving you, just have your Mona Lisa smile, and that will help keep you content, confident, and also help avoid conflict and also make them curious. Like, what is this person smiling about? So it doesn't give you up, because giving up too much information or snapping back does not help you in new beginnings, and it kind of gunks up your gears, and it inevitably you shut down, right? You build that wall again. So have your Mona Lisa smile, because that will help you keep your heart open, your resources open, your connections open, and your ability to collaborate with others will be consistent. But gaining clarity and all of the information will help you maintain your confidence in this new beginning, even when they're, if sometimes critique is helpful, sometimes advice is very helpful, but with how your inner child is right now, it can't even handle it if it is good advice and stuff like that. So to heal that, it's telling you just calm yourself with a Mona Lisa smile and just listen and maintain your confidence with having all of the information you need, and that will give you, all of the clarity, and your decision making will be clear. Archangel Raphael. I find balance within. I feel my feelings and embrace my emotions. Love swirls into my life. I've recognized repetitive patterns. I choose patterns of love, compassion, and kindness. I focus on my heart center. I treasure the lessons I learned through being in relationships with others. Malachite. What patterns in life do you keep repeating? Walk the inner labyrinth and find the higher spiritual purpose of your challenges and lessons. Discover and release your patterns that no longer serve you. Look for the emerging patterns of joy, harmony, and inner peace. Move forward in your evolutionary spiral upward. So you see how with all of her goods, she's like covering her heart. Her heart is buried. Her heart chakra is buried. So she's shut down to any advice, anything like that, and you're hiding all of your goods, all of your glory, all of these things that you were put on this earth to give, to share. So what this is telling you is move out of that pattern of shutting down and move towards being so confident that only the good advice and good critiques affect you, and only in a positive way. So work well with others and open yourself up to collaborating with others, because there's a lot of bliss there. There's a lot of joy there. I'm going to pull 2 more guide cards here to clarify your reading. 2 more guide cards to clarify pile 4, please. The Hangman in reverse. Free yourself from this being tied up in this. It's restricting you. You know, you see how she's all restricted? That shutting down is restricting you. Not being able to work well with others is restricting you. People are watching you. People are watching how you react to others. People are watching how you react to critique and advice. People are really curious about you because you have this juice. You have this juice about you that you can really enrich the world. And they're watching you and waiting, it feels like. So free yourself from the constraints of shutting down and get that Mona Lisa smile, put it to work, and gain your clarity. The Moonstone here is a very communicative stone, so having very healthy communication, enlightening communication, collaborating with others, and seeing a lot of clarity even when people are bringing you bullshit. So I hope that helped pile number 4. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this reading, and have a wonderful day.